What's going on, guys? Skill37 here, and today we're going to be reviewing Red Dead Redemption for the PlayStation 3. Oh my god, I know I talked a lot of shit about this game, but this review, I'm about to eat my own words, this game is fucking epic. This is basically Grand Theft Auto Wild Wild West. But a couple things to get out in the way. If you love Grand Theft Auto and you want something new, this is the game for you. If you liked Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City and San Andreas, but you thought Grand Theft Auto 4 was fucking horrible like me, where that game, everything, there was like so much wrong with Grand Theft Auto 4. I just totally despised it. But you still like the previous Grand Theft Autos, like I stated earlier, this is also a game for you. Because this game does everything the previous Grand Theft Autos did right and fixes everything that Grand Theft Auto 4 failed to fucking do. And that was actually be a good game. So, Red Dead Redemption is a pretty epic game. I'm going to get into that right now with this review. Story-wise, you are John Marston. And when a federal agency is threatening you and your family, you gotta, take your fucking guns and head out to the Wild West and shit, or Mexico, whatever, and go take on the gang you used to run with, your old friends. When you get there, you pretty much fucking fail, and then you're saved by this bitch, and said bitch fucking heals your wounds and shit, and now typical Grand Theft Auto style, you gotta go on missions and shit, and just work your way from the bottom to the top. You meet new people, you meet awesome characters, and then all these missions ultimately lead up to your goal. You meet your former rival gang, whatever, the people you used to roll with, and it leads off to the big Mexican brawl, the end and shit. But yeah, the story's alright. It's nothing to get worked up about at all. I mean, who fucking buys Grand Theft Auto games for the story when the stories are relatively like non-existent? You're playing for the open world gameplay and the freedom of the fact that you can do whatever you want. Graphically, this game is very nice. I can't believe it. I believe the game runs off the Grand Theft Auto 4 engine with a very polished version of it, and it is running off the Euphoria engine. When you shoot people, you bump into people, when people fall, especially when you get the slow motion deaths, they fall very realistically. It's fucking awesome, the physics in this game. On top of that, the lighting and the environments, everything looks really nice. The characters look very sharp. Their clothing, their faces, their hair, scars on their faces, everything looks very good for a game that's running at 720 pixels on the PlayStation 3. What's real cool is there's barely any pop-ups, and everything's loaded at once. You ever play Bad Company 2 where someone kills you, and then you see your killer, and you got this little blocky version of them, then the graphics take place, and then they cover up the character, and now the character looks whole again? That never happens in Red Dead Redemption. The characters are always 100% there. There's barely any pop-ins. When you're on your fucking horse going through the desert and shit, you never see shit randomly pop up. Everything's already loaded onto the screen. And especially when it comes down to saving and loading is really damn fast compared to the previous Grand Theft Auto games. So hell yeah, graphics are awesome. 2 thumbs up for me. Sound effects. The sounds in this game are pretty damn good. Voice acting is very believable. You got great voice acting. You got characters that sound very uneducated. You got characters that sound really educated. You got that nice southern western thing going on. You got people with a Texas accent, if that even exists, whatever. The characters' voice acting is very believable, and what I really love about the voice acting is they actually match their characters. What I usually hate in a game is where you got a guy who has a funny voice, and then the character in general looks kind of weird. Well, this game doesn't do that. You got a goofy-looking character, and they're topped off with a very believable, goofy voice. Then you got your very, Rico Suave character, and they're dressed very Rico Suave-like. They got the voice acting and character models down to a fucking, perfect. Now, the gun sounds sound very intimidating, legit. Some of the gun sounds sound too similar to each other. You got all these pistols and rifles, but they all kind of sound the same. And the sound of weather effects and the background music, not background music, just like once in a while you hear like a little guitar solo or whatever. Sounds kind of cheesy. But other than that, the sound of the characters, the guns, and the animals are on point. So the sound's going to get 1 thumbs up for me. Controls. Holy shit, the controls caught me by surprise. One thing I hated about Grand Theft Auto 4 is how sluggish and unresponsive the controls were. On top of shitty-ass controls, the game featured a very tacked-on, unreliable fucking cover system. Luckily, the cover system in this game actually works. It's reliable as fuck. It's actually worth using. I use it all the time. The cover system actually works. I'm going to keep saying that because it actually works. An open-world game with a cover system that actually works. Aiming, typical L2 aim, R2 shoot. The game features a slow motion mode. I think it's called Deadeye aim, whatever it's called. It ain't nothing we haven't seen in a video game before. Typical Grand Theft Auto controls. Tap X to run, hold it to jog, jump on shit with triangle. The game basically just plays just like Grand Theft Auto. But there's one problem I have with the controls. I don't know why the fuck they did this. Typical Grand Theft Auto style, you use your D-pad, left and right to switch your weapons. They removed that in favor of giving the player this option to get a left or right over-the-shoulder view. When you aim down your sight, you get the over-the-shoulder view left or right. You use the D-pad to switch between left and right. What pisses me off about that is you not, in favor of that option. They took away the option to switch your weapons conveniently. You use a fucking weapon wheel, oh my god, to switch your weapon. You gotta hold L1, and while holding L1, use the right analog to switch your weapons. This can be very aggravating in the middle of a gunfight, alright? And typical Grand Theft Auto style, people use the quick reload feature. Instead of making your character reload, you switch your weapon, switch it back. Now it's fully reloaded. You can't do that in this game because the fucking weapon wheel just sucks fucking dick. But luckily the cover system works. Now you can reload while you're undercover, pop in and out, boom, 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 headshot, this and that. So the controls are responsive, much better than Grand Theft Auto 4, reliable, and just, they work. Except switching weapons is a pain in the fucking ass. So the controls are going to get just a thumbs up from me. Gameplay-wise, gameplay is very convenient. Everything I hated about Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto in general has been addressed in this game. Traveling from point A to point B is easy now. Let's say you need to get from one side of this town to the other. You don't feel like walking. Guess what? Just press up on your D-pad and a fucking horse comes running your way. You can do that anywhere. 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 Press up on your D-pad, dude whistles, horse comes out of nowhere. Awesome. Convenient. You always have a ride. On top of it, let's say you just finished the mission. And you just finished the mission and your nearest town is like fucking 5 minutes away on horseback. Well, guess what? Just press select, set up a campfire, and then warp to the town you want to go to. Convenient. Is that? It's fucking convenient. Also, middle of a mission. You made it really far. You just spent 10-15 minutes on this fucking mission. You got killed. Oh my god, now you gotta do it all over. No, not in this game. Now the game has a very nice checkpoint system. The game will put you in the middle of the mission or very close to where you just died. Awesome. Also, let's say you don't feel like, retrying the mission. You can spawn at your house with nothing lost. No money lost, no nothing. Keep all your weapons. Awesome. The game features lots of costumes to choose from and an online mode, which I haven't touched yet. I'm sorry. And other than that, all the aggravations from previous Grand Theft Auto games are fixed in Red Dead Redemption. Any little problem you can think that you had with previous Grand Theft Auto games are not existent in Red Dead Redemption. Everything's polished in this game. Right? The checkpoint system, major plus. Giving players the ability to warp from town to town, huge plus. Giving players the ability to press up on a D-pad to always have a ride, big plus. Non-sluggish controls, big plus. Missions, typical Grand Theft Auto style. You meet someone new, you go on missions for them, do what you gotta do, and do something else. Side missions are very fun to do, just like, typical Grand Theft Auto style. You got the shitty-ass side missions, then you got the really, really fun side missions. The game features items where you can press select, you can restore your health, or you can restore your horse's stamina, shit like that. You get to buy a horse, you get to buy land. And on top of that, this game does away with armor and health. Now, it's unlike the previous fucking Grand Theft Auto game where you have to buy a hot dog or whatever to restore your health, just hide behind cover with the reliable cover system, your character regains all its health. Awesome. This game just screams convenience. You get the hardcore open world experience with the luxury of action games, with checkpoints and all that good shit. So Red Dead Redemption is the ultimate open world game. It has everything an open world game needs with the luxury of other games. The graphics are smooth, its gameplay is great, sound effects are great, everything about the game is outstanding. This is one of the easiest games to review. Everyone needs to go out and buy this game. I'm sorry I talk a lot of shit about the game, but hey, that's just me. I don't know. I just talk shit about games I find retarded. I still think the game is about gay cowboys having sex, but yeah, whatever. Just like your typical Grand Theft Auto games, you get the fucking big-ass map that you will never fucking use. Wait, that ain't the map. That's the instruction manual. Yeah, big-ass fucking map that you'll never fucking use and shit. Whatever. But yeah, the game is sick. I got the game yesterday. I also got yesterday Alan fucking Wake, which I will be curse my stuttering, which I will be reviewing next, okay? Because this game is like the fucking the epicness is awesome. I love it to death. This game is so fucking sick. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption, fucking awesome. 9 out of 10. Go pick this shit up. Any extra information I miss in this review will be in the video description. Alright, faggots? Every time I do a game review, look in the description. Alright? I have everything written out. I have everything you could possibly want. Everything in the back of this case, like the fucking features and what it runs off of, memory and all that shit, is gonna be in the video description. Fuckers, go read the video description. God damn it. 9 out of 10. Hit this game up. And thanks for watching this video and peace.